Yes.
Okay. And we'll keep with Morgan.
Indeed.
I really like this team. Or go back to Morgan, rather. Only had Win out to try to get everything to unlock. Turns out I already had it. Not what I want. But I was going to travel around anyway, looking for any leftover fights. So it's okay anyway.
I should do it.
Right, let's keep going. It's time to bring the urn. Or the ashes anyway.
I hear you saved the Earl's son. That's got to count for something.
Alright, cool.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it.
Oh yeah. Got a list for you, man.
This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
If you'd like, I won't object.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man. One who never desired power.
Things
I
change,
was there
man.
when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
What are you proposing then?
We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
But once everyone learns what he's done.
I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Here it comes.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
Surprised Alistair didn't say anything there. I think it's a great idea.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
Do you think this landmeet idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
What's stopping Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe?
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
Yeah, I kept him alive long enough. Wouldn't it be easier simply to kill Loghain?
I'm not sure that would help our cause. We would become the criminals, and our accusations would become excuses. Furthermore, I'm not even certain where Loghain might be.
What if we defeated him in battle?
Unless we convince some of Loghain's allies to abandon him, that's not likely to happen. Our army is not large enough. As a Grey Warden, you may gather allies to you, but we need those forces to face the Darkspawn, not to battle against our own.
Alright, I say we proceed with your plan.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He seems earnest in his desire to repent.
Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Can send him back to the circle. Give him to the Circle of Magi.
True enough, and wisely said. Jalan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. We should head to Denerim as soon as possible. I can delay that, however, if you have other plans. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
Let's go.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us. Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon.
It begins.
Loghain, this is an honor, but the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The Blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies.
Let's just keep with what's going on. Keep it rolling. The throne belongs to Merrick's only living son.
Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden.
Asshat, let's see. Yeah, I've come to reveal your crimes at Ostagar.
You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, after Urian's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. Truly, it is an embarrassment of riches.
Haven't you been moving up? This isn't the time. I'm almost tempted to say this, though. Like, it's just enough. Yeah. Enjoy your moment. It will end soon enough.
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Ten before witnesses.
Enough, Carthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
I believe we already said. I said his son. You think he would have been questioned? He doesn't have any sons left, or something like that. If you truly want to save this land, stand with us.
I should put my faith in untried foreign hands? Do you think I'm blind? Cailan depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Therin bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Okay, so he does know about Alistair. That's why he's not really questioning it.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
Yeah, let's inform him, because he doesn't know about that part yet. Hal killed my family. I can't let him get away with it.
I would not ask you to, but bear in mind that he will be well protected by his alliance with Loghain. He always seemed the kind of man who enjoyed kicking stray dogs. I would not have thought Loghain would trust him. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the Landsmeet then.
Alright, of course we're going to do everything we can before we talk to him again. Alright, gather the army. And that was the champion specialization. Landsmeet. And this becomes our new base of operations. Our new camp, if you will. I might just pick up Whirlwind. There's no reason for me to get this. I don't want that, because I can't backstab. Auto crit if the target's stunned. Let's go ahead and pick up Whirlwind. After that, though, I might as well just save my points, because honestly, there's nothing else for me to put anything in. Question is, where am I going to place Whirlwind? I just have to move. I'll just move this skill out. Move some of these over. Alright.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical. It doesn't have better things to do. On then.
I'm not going to get too many new things. Okay. That's the way back out. Go ahead and work down this way, though.
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. Andraste preserve us, this will be the death of me.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
I'll go ahead and talk to them all so we get the initial conversation.
Got it. So many visitors, so many chamber pots to clean. Oh, if they keep tracking mud up here, it's going to take a month to get it all out. I'll get on it.
Yeah, there's one of our other love letters. Okay, let's see if I can find this one. Alright, here we go. Donegan, on pain of death, you are now warned. My father found the letters you previously sent, and is watching as I write to tell you our relations are over. We must remain chaste. Now, if you realize this, though, looking at it, because how it's coded, don't stop. Now, the question is, as she's writing that, is she thinking about, is he smart enough to catch that?
Is it true there's a prince among the army? None of them look all that princely to me.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Will do. Free marches.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Oh, here we go. What do you know about this place?
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people. Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
What else?
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. What say you?
It's pretty bad.
By all means. What say you? Again? I'm game.
Denerim is like to have a fit. Our Eamon needs to show up without notice more often.
Now's better than later.
Out of my cream.
Feast day fish.
My mother says elves have the clap.
Dinner's not
Wow.
ready yet, and don't ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now, show out of my kitchen.
Now, sir, Mistress Agatha would have my mind.
Right here, old pal. What about?
Nothing.
All right.
At this point, they're not gonna say too many new things. Pretty much talked everyone out. They're already in there.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room.
Are you from Denerim?
No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
Well, I might have words to say.
All right.
Norn.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire.
What comes, my friend? So, full of questions.
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. What is your wish, Kadan? As you wish.
here. Yeah, I'll sell that. Carol Eamon's right there. I think we could still talk to him, just be like we're not ready to go.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, very nice.
Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
That's fine. Why would Enora ask us for help?
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returned with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying the Queen believes Loghain killed Kaelin?
My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Loghain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the Queen to the new Isle of Denerim is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
What did he say?
Things no decent person would repeat. He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
Oh, so this was very recent. Loghain would allow that?
King Kaelin was like a son to him, and Loghain left him to die. Does he love Enora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard how say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Earl Eamon.
Would Loghain kill his own daughter just to frame Eamon?
We may have no choice but to trust Enora. The Queen is well loved. If Loghain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
Yeah, not really. Why should we trust her? This could all be a setup.
I fear if this is a trap, we are already caught in it. They can kill Enora whether or not we act, and blame her death.
Yeah, we have no choice.
Few would believe our word over Loghain's. We can only defend ourselves with the Queen in hand.
So what do you propose we do?
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Okay, we'll get everything else done first, of course. Rescue the Queen. Let's see. Go ahead and talk to Alistair.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
I'm glad you decided to help. With Enora's knowledge, we have a far better chance against Loghain.
What do you know about Queen Enora?
She and Kaelin were promised as children and practically raised together. She was a smart child, knew how to listen, and how to blink those big blue eyes and get anything she wanted. Her mother's looks, her father's brains, and the best tutoring Merrick's money could buy. It's a potent combination.
Do you truly think Loghain's daughter would turn on him?
From Erlena's story, he turned against her first. If he truly intends to sacrifice her, I think it will be strong motivation to break the parental bonds. In any event, I would far rather have the opportunity to ask such things of her than simply hear about her murder. If Honora speaks out against Loghain, hers would indeed be one of the most powerful voices of the Landsmeet.
No joke. What if I break in? Can't they frame me for her murder?
No more easily than without you there. There will be none to see it, save those who are already loyal to Loghain. And given your reputation, Warden, I think Loghain knows it's safer to carry out his plots far from where you can disrupt them.
I don't trust this Erlena. She knows too much.
She's obviously more than a maidservant, but I imagine it's useful for Honora to have a trusted attendant who can move more freely than she herself. And consider what aid she and the Queen might be to us. If Honora has truly turned against her father, she becomes the one thing we lack. Someone with a true understanding of Loghain's plans and allies. With her guidance, we can form a far more successful strategy against him.
Okay. We'll get going.
As you like. My palace is your palace.
We'll just steal from your bedroom real quick. Dragonbone armor.
Now's better than later.
Alright, time to venture back out into Denerim. We should have some new things to do. To keep us busy for a little while longer. After all that, then we'll go rescue Nora.